Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Or I guess I should say the first video in this series. I think I'm going to title this Jeffrey's Friends of Faith, just like the group I have. And this first season, this first, period that we're going to go through will be all about prayer and everything that comes with that. So today I want to read you guys, or talk to you guys about a devotional I wrote a few days ago based on Isaiah 41, specifically verses 8 through 13. So I'm just going to dive right into it, and hopefully you guys get something from this. So I'm reading a devotional for the past few days based on the promises of God. I thought it would be a great thing to be able to learn about these promises and use them throughout my day. When my mom promised she would pick me up after practice in high school, I didn't have to worry because I knew she would always be there to get me. She might have been early sometimes, she might have been a little bit late, she might have been right on time, but she was always there. So I knew I could trust on that promise that she would pick me up. That's what I was hoping for by reading this devotional, to be able to learn about the promises so that no matter what happens, God is going to fulfill what He says He's going to do. So this first promise was based on Isaiah 41:10. But I read the whole chapter, and verses 8 through 13 really stuck out to me. Let's read those verses real quick. But you, Israel, my servant, Jacob whom I have chosen, descendant of Abraham, my friend, you whom I have taken from the ends of the earth and called from its remote parts, and said to you, you are my servant. I have chosen you and not rejected you. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not anxiously look about you, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Surely I will help you. Surely I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Behold, all those who are angered at you shall be shamed and dishonored. Those who contend with you will be as nothing, and will perish. You will seek those who quarrel with you, but you will not find them. Those who war with you will be as nothing and non-existent. For I am the Lord your God, who upholds your right hand, who says to you, do not fear, I will help you. Those verses were taken from the New American Standard Bible. I recently started using that version, and I really enjoy it. So unless I say otherwise, most of these verses will be taken from New American Standard Bible. Here's a few quotes from the devotional that I really love how it was worded. When we are paralyzed by fear and unable to stand, our ever-present protector has promised to uphold us and strengthen us. This promise is also a command. God has declared He will surround us with His care when anxiety strikes, but He also challenges us to place our full confidence in His word. Today we must choose to focus on His faithfulness and stop feeding our fears. Those are some pretty powerful words from Isaiah 41, but also what the author of this devotional was saying. But let's take this one step further. I want you to put your name into this verse and speak it out loud. These are words that God is saying directly to you. It's powerful to know that God will be there, holding me when I'm afraid, anxious, at war, angry, and tired. So let's try it. I'm going to do it for my name, Jeffrey, but I want you to pause this video, or even afterwards, give it a shot, and just see how it makes you feel. So I'm going to be reading the same verses, 8 through 13, but I'm going to be inserting my name in some pretty key parts. But you, Jeffrey, my servant, Jeffrey whom I have chosen, descendant of Abraham, my friend, you who have taken from the ends of the earth and called from its remote places, and said to you, Jeffrey, you are my servant. I have chosen you and not rejected you. Do not fear, for I am with you, Jeffrey. Do not anxiously look about you, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Surely I will help you, Jeffrey. Surely I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Behold, all those who are angered at you shall be shamed and not dishonored. Those who contend with you will be as nothing and will perish. You will seek those who quarrel with you, but will not find them. Those who war with you, Jeffrey, will be as nothing and non-existent. For I am the Lord your God, who upholds your right hand, who says to you, do not fear, I will help you, Jeffrey. When I did that, it gave me some chills to know that the Lord was going to be there for me. That no matter what I was going through, anxiety, anger, frustration, tiredness, people coming at me at work, on the streets, whatever it was, God was always going to be there for me, upholding me, fighting my battles. And to hear Him say it to me was great. Now I have a couple questions to help us do some self-reflection and go beyond the verse and see what it says. So let's look at these questions. What do these verses say to you about God's promises? That's the first one. Feel free to answer it, write it down, write it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Second question, is there anything on your schedule for today, for this week, for this month that's causing fear and anxiety? If so, what are those things? And number 3, have you asked God to help you for those things? If not, you have me, you have your friends, and those who you share your faith with that can bring the problems to God with you. So I want you to take this verse, take those things that you're struggling with, the anxieties that you have, and pray to God because you know that He's going to be there for you. He told you He was. And so let's try to use this to help us through our everyday lives. I hope you enjoyed this little short devotional. Hopefully it's not too long. It maybe is. I'm looking at the timer now. It might be a little long, but whatever. You know, I hope you got something from this, and I hope you tune in for the next one because it's only going to get better. I'm only going to get better. You're only going to get better. And the more we study, the more we pray, the more we learn, our faith is going to grow stronger. And to know that we have a group of people that are willing to do it with you, that's pretty powerful. So I'll talk to you later. Feel free to share your thoughts, text me, message me, whatever you want to do. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you. Have a good night, and God bless.